Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to be making, I don't know why I did this, ignore that. I'm going to be making this Philly cheesesteak style Velveeta. And ignore the background, I'm going to be organizing that and cleaning that. Yes, I understand it looks like crap and it looks like we haven't cleaned in a while, but that's literally from last night. So stop judging, okay? Anyways, let's get this video started. Like I said, don't judge me. I am gonna clean this today. But yes, I have this beef, ground beef. I'm gonna turn on the stove. And I usually put it on like right about there, depending. And I usually put this avocado oil. This is so much healthier and so much better for you. So I personally recommend. The vegetable oil is terrible for you. So it has like a little thing that just pours. For some reason it comes with a cap. It came with like a little pulley thing that you pull off and then throw away though. So I just usually just put it over it, not too much. Just like that. Not too much though. And then I take a spatula and I just go like this because we're not making regular, you know, patty hamburgers. We're just crunching it up. So just usually just do this. Just make sure you get all of it. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video so this is faster for you to see. Alright, so I already smashed it all up. And I did put a little bit more of the avocado oil just because, you know, I don't think I had put enough. I didn't put a lot on, but just like a smidge, a little bit more. But yeah, so this is what it's gonna look like when you smash it up. And then when you cook it, you can smash it up some more. So I'll show you how I do that. Now for me personally, I add the seasoning later because I'm going to be draining this, so I don't put the seasoning on it now, because if I'm draining it, then all the seasoning and stuff is just going to go away and it's not going to have any flavoring. I've tried to do it that way one time and I just really couldn't taste the seasoning. So I'll show you how I drain my hamburger. I don't dump it in the sink like some people do. I don't put it in one of those strainers, but I'll show you how I do it so it's not nasty and sitting in the sink, because I don't trust preparing my food in the sink. Ugh. No thank you. This is not sponsored, but I love this cup. I love this cup. It's a Yeti cup and I love this cup. Why do I love this cup? Because it keeps your coffee so warm. So warm. I love it. I love it. Alright, so I'm gonna whoop. I'm doing this with one hand, so that's why it moved. But right now I'm just putting it like that, so the brown goes on top, so that way the other side gets cooked. Not many of it got brown, but that's because I should have waited a little bit to have the whole bottom brown, but you'll see the finish. It is looking brown, and that stuff right there is just the oil and the grease. So it is definitely getting there. I can see in person that it is still a little bit red right there. So I know that there's some people that like to, you know, keep it a little red, but I don't do that. I don't want it to just be not cooked. I like to have it all cooked so I don't get sick, because I know last time an apartment complex, they had like a little party, and Yeah, so this guy was cooking hamburger at this complex I used to live at, and it was like a party for something, I can't remember. They always had like a party for like every year for something dumb, and like you can win prizes and stuff, and it was always like near the pool, and they give you like these cups that are very, very colorful, and they were from Cox, and you know, they basically had like people cook food, and it was okay. The hamburger, I took one bite of it, and the inside was raw, the outside he only cooked, and I got very, very sick after that because I'm not a person that eats raw meat. I eat it cooked. So you know, this is just how I cook my food. I make sure, but if it's like steak, you know, that's different. Like, I won't cook it all the way well done, only because it's not very, I don't really like this word, but I'm gonna say it, moist. It's not very moist if it's cooked all the way, if that makes sense. But either than that, everything else, don't matter if it's chicken, hamburger, I will definitely be cooking it all the way. So don't judge me, because I know there's a lot of people out there that like it well done also, okay? So it looks pretty much done, so I'm going to turn off the stove for a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how I drain this, because I'm going to have my bowl. If you know what I'm doing, then you know. But, and ignore my nose. It's kind of stuffy and it's acting up. So I basically get something, a spatula that has like holes, okay? Or get a spoon that's a metal spoon that has holes. And I just take the amount I want, and I do it this way. Because I don't like my stuff in the sink. I don't like to prepare things in the sink, because it's gross. And then I simply just put it in this bowl. So, just like that. And usually when it's like around this portion, I usually, if I was to make tacos right now, I'd be adding this, salt, and I would be adding black pepper, and also I'd be adding red pepper. But since I'm not making tacos right now, I don't need to add the seasoning to that, because the box, it already has seasoning, so I don't need to add seasoning, because the hamburger's already gonna have seasoning on it when I cook the other stuff. So it says right here that I need to add 2 cups of water. Now, it says add 1 pound of lean beef. I didn't measure it, so I put whatever. I already put 1 cup of water. I'm putting another cup of water. It's not going to be the very good not management, but measurement. It's not going to be a very good measurement, but this is not a restaurant, so I'm not going to do whatever, so I don't feel like it. And then it says to add pasta. This, so, and then it says to add seasoning, which is in this packet, and we just broil it or boil it, and then until the water goes down a little bit, and then later we add the Velveeta cheese. So let's do that. Wow, that like flew everywhere. Come out of the bag. Get out of the bag. Now, normally I wash my noodles or whatever, but when I make these, of course I just try to follow directions, but I don't with measurements. So that's just how I do. Okay, now I'm gonna turn on the stove again. Last time I made this, it was like a macaroni and cheese or something like that, and it looked kind of like this, but it looked nasty at first. But once you, like, you know, boil it until the water goes down, it will look decent and appetizing. Because I know sometimes the boxes, they don't look very appetizing to me. This just looks nasty to me. I know somebody's probably like, oh my god, that looks so good. But, you know, in reality, no. So, yeah. I wish I could just do this by... Actually, I can do this by scratch instead of buying those. Be a lot better if I already have stuff at home, so... I know I'm mixing this weird. It's because my left hand I'm not used to using, so that's why it looks weird while I'm mixing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the Velveeta cheese white sauce. So I don't even know if I am making this right, but whatever. We'll just have to see. I know last one I made, it was pretty good. So it's hard to do this with one hand to get all the stuff out. Alright. Okay, so I just mixed it, I tasted it. It tastes alright. I'm not used to this. Remember, it was the Philly cheesesteak style. And the pictures are always looking fake as heck. But in reality, this is what it looks like for now. So, honestly, I think I did a pretty good job, but I could do better. So, leave a comment if you enjoyed this video.